Like a tomato, okay, Blakberry talk. Yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. City behind me, we never gon' fall off. Talking that smoke, got to play like a call off. Falcons in motion, they running that route. Austin transition, we running them out. Rims in the post, yeah, they swinging for real. If you ain't tapped in, then you miss a field. Blakberry got them tuned in on the daily. Everything real, we ain't talking fugazi. Numbers on live, check stats, it's amazing. We calling plays like we work for the Navy. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, no, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Like, I've been on top of the wave. We talk sports like you part of the game. Know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta explain. I'm in the booth and I'm calling the plays. Never no bias, we talking about wins. Blakberry popping, they tuning again. Straight from the A, so you know what it is. If it's a tape, let me stand on it big. Falcons need rings, we know that it's coming. Hawks on the rise, you know how they grilling. Brace in the home when we copping the bottles. ATL up, yeah, we eating the column. Blakberry talk, yeah, we up, yo, we locked in. ATL, we run the game, check the top 10. Brave swinging, Hawks fly, Falcons run it back. Every play, every take, yeah, we speaking facts. Hey. Say.
Let's be clear. Shoo! I had to die or die when you drive will make you need it all. Don't get out the life, the shedding on your wood. For 12 sticks of your farms, like that eat on my void. And I'm more terror, big clear till you bad for. You been eating off in thoughts, I've been living off what you saw. When the court favors, you pack now and laters. That's exceptionally flawed, let's be clear. Let's be clear. If you make it taste funny, you laugh into the bay. If you corny at the mouth, put some used to that's now home team.
Hey.
Home team, what happening? Home team, this your boy Blakberry Rex. You are tuned in to Let's Be Clear on a Wednesday afternoon. I hope everybody's having a great afternoon. If you just got off work and you just need something to take your mind off all the BS that you just had to endure on the job, I'm here to oblige. If you're on your way to clock into some BS that you're going to have to endure, I'm here to take your mind off of it for a little while. I will oblige. Appreciate everybody that coming through, man. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button too. And make sure you hit that share button too and share this on your X or your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever the case is. Today on Let's Be Clear, we're going to be clear about the signing of othe back to the Atlanta Falcons. There's been a lot of mixed feelings about it. But I think for the most part, as far as the fan base goes, a lot of people don't like the signing of othe. Well, we gonna get into it. Othe. Let's think about it. When we were first introduced to othe on the Atlanta Falcons, he was trying out for this team. He was trying to make the Atlanta Falcons roster. He came from the Canadian League. I think he played Canadian football. I think he tried to make it onto when he didn't get drafted, he tried to make it onto a NFL team, and that didn't happen. And he went on to play in the Canadian Football League, where I want to say he was Defensive Player of the Year. My son want to act up. He want to act up. Hey, man, chill out. Chill out. But anyway, Alford. Y'all hold on a minute. Every time I say something, you're going to. Anyway, sorry about that. Hey, who making all that doggone noise? Say, don't do that. Don't do that no more now. I probably should have did this somewhere else. But you know what? Before I get into all this, who we got in here? Jonte Rozier in the building. What's up with you, Jonte Rozier? Georgia, Texas boy in the building. What's up with you, Georgia, Texas boy? King Richie. What's up with you, King Richie? Deshaun Coswell, he in the building. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. All right, but let's get into this. So Alford come from the Canadian Football League. He I think he won some kind of defensive award in the Canadian Football League. I want to say he was Defensive Player of the Year. What's up with you, Michael? Michael in the building. And he comes to Atlanta. His story was the Falcons called him and asked him to come try out for the Falcons. He comes and he exceeds expectations from the fan base. He exceeds expectations from the fan base. Every time I say so, my son, he looked right at me. And he stopped and he wait till I start talking. And then he have an outburst. He think he's slick. This a 1-year-old now. This a 1-year-old, and already he conniving. Already showing conniving traits. Cut it out. You cut it out right now. I mean, you stop it right now. No, don't wet me. Don't you? No, ain't no what. You cut it out right now. You cut it out. Yeah, that right. Got me a future content creator right there. All right, so I got to deal with you, don't I? You're gonna force me to have to deal with you. So the Falcons called Alford to come try out for the team. He exceeds fans' expectations, and in doing so, it just so happens that the defense that we're going to put out there on the field is something similar to a big nickel defense. Hold on, y'all. I got to do this. All right, he forced me to deal with him. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got to deal with the 1-year-old. All right. My bad. Now, hopefully, there will be no more disturbances from the children. All right. So, oh wow. I wish y'all could see this little kid right now. He know what he doing. He know what he doing. I wish y'all could see him. This is a boy's a trip. I guess I'm gonna have to talk in this tone. Every time he hear me talk, he want to try to talk over me. So listen, y'all. Listen. D Alford, his first couple seasons as an Atlanta Falcon, we didn't have no issues with D Alford. I'm not gonna go over stats and numbers. I'm not finna even go through all that with y'all with D Alford. When D Alford was in Atlanta, when D Alford first got on this football team, we saw somebody that was a solid football player who got it out the mud. He got it out the mud. And he was beneficial to this defense and played a beneficial factor to this defense. Now, he might not have been an impact guy, but he was a guy that was going to do his job. And he was even going to go as far as to do his job as to make some plays in critical moments on third downs, keeping teams from gaining short yards at the line of scrimmage, being there to break up passes on third downs. He was doing stuff like that. He was being solid. He wasn't getting beat a lot. He was coming up. He was making his tackles. He was reliable. And his reaction time on the defense, it was something that for a guy that hadn't got drafted and a guy that had to go play in another league before he could play a snap in the NFL, he did a hell of a job with his reaction time on the NFL level on defense. In 2024, D. Alford was a part of a defense and a team, might I add you, that as the season played out, question marks started to arise. It's not something that's good. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing when on your defense, on your team, as your season plays out, you're having questions arise. It's not a good thing. When you have situations arising during the season, and you're like, what's going on here? Why is this that? Why is this that? Why are they playing this guy? Why are they not playing this guy? Why are they running this scheme? Why are they not running that scheme? When you have, etc. When these question marks arise during a season, that's never a good thing. And a lot of the times, players that have a reputation for being solid, reliable players, they tend to suffer from the team, from the fan base, from the media, and they're put in the category with the other wrong things and the bad play from other guys that hurt the team drastically. When it comes to wins, when it comes to production. What's up with your Mucho Grande? These players, they have to suffer along with the bad play, along with the bad coaching, because of the situation, the bad situation that the team has put them in, that they not necessarily put themselves in. Now, we go back and we look at the Minnesota game, and we saw D. Alford have one of the most mind-boggling damn plays somebody could ever put on film, with him getting all turned around on a prayer pass, might I add you, from Sam Bradford. It was a prayer pass down the seam of the field. And the ball is up for grabs. The ball is a tricky situation because that ball is up there for so long that I don't know how the receiver even tracked the damn ball. I don't even know how Justin Jefferson tracked the damn ball, but the ball was up there for so damn long. It just so happened that Justin Jefferson lifts his head up in the right exact amount of time, and our guys, they went to look for the ball too early. So something that happens on defense, when something like that happens, you got to be careful not to get a PI. And when you're trying to track the ball, and it's been a while since that ball has came down, you know the ball has come out the quarterback's hand. At least you think it has. And you still don't see no ball or anybody going for the ball. The natural thing to do is to lift your head up to try to track the ball. And that ball was just up there for way too long, y'all. And Alford got lost in the play, along with Jesse Bates and everybody else in the secondary unit. So it looked really bad, okay? And I think that happened a couple times in that game where Sam Bradford threw up a goddamn he threw a lob up, basically, and just maybe it's something that they practice. I don't know, because they did it twice in that game. Maybe it's something that the Minnesota Vikings practice. Like, this going to throw off the damn team. They going to think they ain't going to know the ball ain't came down yet, but we going to know how to track it. I don't damn know, but it was just a really bad play from Alford. And because it happened a couple times in that game, and because he probably had like one other game where he kind of looked a little lost. I want to say it was the Chargers game. It could have been the Chargers game, but we look at a couple games out of 2 seasons of body of work from Alford, 2 full seasons of body of work, and we all of a sudden now we want to watch the guy for a couple bad games. For a couple of bad games. One in which I'm not for certain that it's all on him of what happened. It's just bad luck. It happens. There's gonna be games where you just have bad luck as a player and you're gonna look bad. And unfortunately, he had one of those games against Minnesota last year. But are we really going to take that game and we're going to scrap him from the perception that we had of him all along, which was that he was a solid defensive back? What's up with your D. Sloan? D. Sloan say, home team, what's up, home team? Alford D's competition to compete. You know, that's all these guys, man. You know, that's everybody that's returning. That's everybody that's going to sign eventually with this team. That's everybody, man. What's up with your Southside? Everybody needs competition to make them better. Everybody. There isn't a whole lot of film that goes against what Alford brings to the table. You can really only go to a couple games out of his career here in Atlanta and say this was a bad game. Everything else, he's been solid, man. He was in the beginning of this season, of last season, in the first half of it, I'm gonna say, in the first half of last season, Alford was in this second, and the whole secondary group was the strongest unit on the damn defense. That was with Alford. That was with that scheme that they had. What's up with your Cody Caleb? That was with that scheme that they had of playing 7+ yards off the ball in the slot. That was with that scheme. The secondary unit was still the strongest unit. It was because they were attacking the ball. I've said this time and time again. They could have played up a little bit closer. Yes, I wouldn't have done more than 5 yards. 4 yards is ideal for me, even with that concept of wanting to attack the ball. Just hey, when we doing drills, get these guys on them dig out drills a little bit more. Get them to plant that dig foot and come off of that plant foot a lot faster, a lot harder. Play up a few more yards on the ball. But that's why they were playing that far off. It was to attack the ball. This was with Alford on the team. Y'all, that secondary unit was getting turnovers. They was punching the ball out. They was getting interceptions. They were causing disruption in the passing game of other offenses. Alford was a part of that. He was a part of that. It wasn't until that Minnesota game. It wasn't until the Minnesota game that the criticism against Alford started. And if we're that shallow-minded, to where we want to get rid of, where we want to shun a guy after just having a one bad game or a couple bad games, and he has proof over the time that he's been here that that's not who he really is as a player. That just happens. You're bound to have a game like that. I don't think it's fair to him. I don't think it's fair to the team for deciding to bring him back to have that opinion about Alford after just a couple bad games. But let's talk about how adding Alford back to the equation on defense, how that helps this football team and why it is a good thing. It's a good move. One, because a guy like Alford, who with his background, with his story, the way he came into the league was that of hard work. What's up with your big Will?
What's happening?
How long you been sitting down there? You been sitting down there for a minute?
No, I just popped in.
Okay, good. What's up with you, man?
Ain't nothing. Oh boy.
Yeah, you got to get that sleep monster off.
Yeah, I know. Shit, I had one to hop on Ladybird show the other day, but nigga, I was knocked out, boy.
Yeah, shit.
I took me a couple of brewskis back and some liquor. Shit.
You went night. Yeah.
Night. I didn't even know I was asleep. I was watching the movie. That thing I know, goddamn 6 o'clock in the morning.
Damn. Now that's tired. Now that's real tired right there.
Tired, bro.
Yeah, that's tired. That ain't sleeping. That's tired. What's your opinion on the Falcons resigning Alford, Big Will?
Man, you already know what I felt. I told y'all what I like that, man. Cause it telling me they focusing more on competition this year. I'm gonna give you another opportunity, even though he had a couple bad games last year. Mostly one game, that Minnesota game, that he got his ass turned and sideways and draws burnt.
Right.
Yeah, it gave him that opportunity to compete. Let him know, hey man, that was a one-time thing. That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Give him an opportunity to fight for that starting job. And that just goes farther along what I'm talking about now. That's why I think they're gonna go get Malachi Stark. Now they're gonna build competition this offseason. I'm telling you. They brought in 3 defensive ends already. Yeah.
What about this Justin Simmons rumor about the window still being
Leave Justin Simmons' ass out there. He all right. Leave his ass alone. He's too old. He had one game, bro. One game where he played all right, and that was Kansas City.
Well, he had 2 interceptions on the season.
One game that he played all right, and that was Kansas City.
Well, he only had 1 interception in that game, though, so he had to get that other pick somewhere.
I ain't the type that's big on numbers. I'm the type of big what I see. The eye test is something serious. You can tell me you show me all the pretty ass number you want. but I see you out there looking like hot garbage. I'm gonna goddamn call it out.
I don't think he played that bad.
Come on,
I'm
come
trying
on,
to
come
figure
on.
out what
Him and Jesse Bates both played bad. But then again, I go back to the defensive scheme that we was using. A lot of different, and we had a lot of the same players on this team, but the defense looked drastically worse.
Southside said D Alford was beaten by JJ, arguably the best receiver in the league. He's no good. Get rid of his ass. Oh, I see what that's sarcasm. Yeah, I mean, and then like I said, that was Justin Jefferson, and the ball was a fucking lob, and everybody got lost in the damn play except for Justin Jefferson. Well, even he got kind of lost because I don't think he was even expecting the damn ball, because by the time he looks up, there go the ball. It's already coming. So, but it's in the it's
Jesse Bates
lobbed in
is
the
the
air.
last line of defense. He's seen the fucking log and then go get it.
It's because you got to be careful. Yeah.
You
You
go get
got
the
to
ball. That's everybody ball. Ain't nobody. You ain't got to be careful of shit, but go get the ball. It's
go for the
long.
ball. I got to go back and look at the play because I'm not for certain what Jesse Bates' position was. I know I seen him in the camera view, but I do got to go back and look at the play. But when a ball is a lob, man, you got to be careful not to get a PI, especially when you somebody that's running with the receiver like D. Alford was. He was running with Justin Jefferson.
There wouldn't
So
have been no PI with that lob up there. It's in the air. It's anybody game. Go get the ball.
no, but I'm saying it's a PI if you don't look back for the ball, is what I'm saying. So when D. Alford realizes the ball ain't came down yet, his natural instinct was to look up, and because it
That
was a
motherfucker was
lob.
spinning. That motherfucker was spinning. He wouldn't look. Now I would if he would have just goddamn shuffled his feet and looked up, I would understand. That motherfucker was spinning like one of them
You can't
goddamn.
you can't shuffle your feet when you're running with a receiver though.
He
You
already
running with
had the
the
depth. No,
receiver.
you had the depth on the receiver. JJ haven't even reached him at that point. Blakberry. He was
That's what I'm
spinning.
saying. That's what I'm saying. He looks up. That everybody know that ball was a lob, man. Everybody know it was a lob. I'm not saying he didn't. It wasn't a ugly play for him. I'm just
Them four
saying
had three
I can
lobs that
see
game that
why.
they completed on us,
Yeah,
dog. That was
that's
three.
why that's a bad. That was just a bad little game.
That
Well,
was bad defense.
it was
But
bad.
bad luck, bad defense.
Bad luck and bad defense. I give you that. It was both of them. Bad luck and bad defense. Because hell, how many times a damn lob happens in a professional football game? I don't know what the fuck Bradford was doing in that game, but it worked out for them and it didn't work out for us. So listen, I just don't. I'm not gonna be too hard on the guy about one game that we can all point at and say it wasn't a good game for him.
But you know,
Or
I give you that Blackberry if it was one pass. It
yeah,
was
it
several
was three
Sam
times. It was
Donald
two or
ducks
three times.
that he
Yeah,
threw out there and we didn't get to.
I think that's just bad luck, man. And it was also in a game where we running a different pass rush scheme too. See, we weren't in press necessarily, but we were pressing. We were closer to the line of scrimmage in that game. See, we weren't doing that in the first half of the season. So that's why I say a part of that got to do with the changing up the scheme too. And the bad luck part of it is those lobs happen and you running with receivers now when before you was reacting to receivers and reacting to the ball. So it's just a bad luck situation, man. Southside said I would have kept Simmons over Fuller. No, he said he would have kept Simmons instead of getting Fuller. What you think about that, Will?
Didn't get fuller.
Yeah, he said he
I
would have
don't
kept
know.
Simmons over getting Fuller.
I don't know. Oh, because I'm still leaning towards the bad defense part. Maybe Simmons wasn't playing that bad, even though he looked slow out there though. So I got to see how Fuller play. I don't know him that well. I got to see how he plays.
Well, Fuller ain't necessarily known for speed. His speed though. What's up with you,
So I got
Maggie?
so we're gonna put a to be determined on that.
Yeah, I mean, in my fairest opinion, you can't keep everybody. And I had a feeling Justin Simmons was gonna be the guy that they didn't offer a contract to come back. But with it being, reported now that he's keeping that as an option for him to return to Atlanta, that means he's had some kind of discussion with Terry Fontenot or Raheem Morris about the possibility of him getting that phone call offering him to come back to Atlanta. I would like to think that there are teams that have, reached out to him in his camp about going somewhere. He's still a serviceable safety, regardless of whether or not you like what he did what he put on tape last year. He's still a very serviceable safety. So to say that ain't nobody trying to get him, I don't believe that. So maybe he is keeping his options open, but still, keeping Atlanta as a possible option as well. I don't know, but let me ask you: if they do bring back Simmons, let's say they do bring back Justin Simmons, will that then change your perspective on what they do at 15 in the draft if they stay at 15?
If they do what now?
If they bring back Justin Simmons, will that change your thinking on Malachi Starks if he's available at 15?
Not
And
really,
it's time for us to pick.
because he play two positions, so it's add depth to our defense.
So even with them bringing back, even with all these,
We only got two safeties. We got three safety now. Three safety with
we
Halen's
got
coming
three
back.
safeties. You got Helums, you got Jesse, you got
So
Fuller.
so we still need depth at the DB position. We
D.
still
Alford
need
is
depth.
basically that he plays basically a roaming defensive back type
The
guy.
way
He
the
plays
way you talking though, it sounded like an offensive player at this point. If you saying would it change it,
well. I wouldn't be
it's looking
surprised.
like an offensive player. And
I wouldn't be
I do
surprised.
not want to see them. I'd rather drop fall back.
Everything they've done outside of the tight end position has been on defense in this free agency. Everything. Everything outside of the tight end position. We signed 2 tight ends, and that is it on the offensive side of the ball. Everybody else has been on defense. Don't nobody want to talk about that, though. Don't nobody want to talk about how we done signed 2 different tight ends.
Oh, that's depth right there also. Because the other tight end we had, they was on like 1 year deals or some shit like that.
I don't know, man.
Third,
But I just don't. What you say?
I said the last depth tight end we had, they was on like 1 year contract if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think we got too many tight ends on the.
Well, we still got Warner. Still got Warner, and now you got Kyle Pitts, Warner. You got the dude from Houston, and you got Felipe Franks. Anyway, man. I don't know, man. It's
What happened? You he ain't having no question, did you?
no. What I can't
Oh,
remember what he
okay.
said. I got a little distracted over here. Uh, but what did you ask me a question? My bad.
No, no. I don't know what they just went silent. Then I don't know what they.
Yeah, because I had a little, yeah. Okay, so let's see what they talking about in the chat shit, because I'm got lost now. Southside say, to be honest, Sam Donald threw a pass that was terrible and it caught everybody off guard except for Addison. Oh, was that Addison or Justin Jefferson? Oh, one of them was the
Nah, that
Addison.
was one. He talking about one of them. It
Yeah,
was
the
several
one was
throws,
the
but
Addison.
bullshit, bullshit. If you safeties, man, you don't get caught off guard. You the last line of defense. How the fuck you get caught off guard? You're not guarding nobody. You all of your only thing to do is to watch the ball. How do you get caught off guard? Your only job is to watch the ball.
I can't give the safeties. I can't give the free safety. I can't give whoever was playing free. I can't give them that benefit of the doubt. You supposed to track. All you're doing is tracking the ball. That's all you're doing. So yeah, I can't give the safety that excuse. Can't get a free that excuse. What Michael say? Michael say, nah, I wanted Fuller in a kilo Witherspoon. That's who Michael wanted. He also wanted Van Noy last year. You wanted a lot of different people, didn't you, Michael? Mucho, he say the returner we is a wide receiver. I don't know what that means. I think you meant to say something else, Mucho. Rally 1090. What's up with your Rally 1090? Hey, y'all. But I don't know, man. If D Alford being resigned, that's the what? Third defensive back signing? Because what we signed Fuller, we re-signed Mike Hughes. D Alford, yeah. That'll be the third DB signing. Sometimes you got to look at more than just the positions that's being signed. Sometimes you got to look at the defensive back group in itself, the secondary unit in itself. That's the largest group on a football team that's going to require positions to be fulfilled is the defensive back group. That's corners and safeties. If you're doing all of this in free agency at the defensive back group, that means you're spending more money in the defensive back group than you are anywhere else on the defense so far. Not saying that there's not going to be more money spent other places, but so far, most of your spending has been in the defensive back group. So if we ain't even got to the draft yet, and we already done signed we already done signed 3 defensive backs. If we've already done that, you got to think that at some point it's going to be where the attention is going to come off of the defensive back group and it's going to go into another position group, like the linebacker group or the defensive line group. So that's why when I say, if Justin Simmons, now already the D offer signing to me is telling, but I really think you got to start thinking that if Justin Simmons comes back to Atlanta, or if any other defensive back before the draft comes to Atlanta,
It
you
looking
ain't
like an
gonna get no.
offensive draft.
Yeah, you gonna get an offensive player in that. Not necessarily. It could be something other than offense. It could be a linebacker or interior defensive lineman or edge. It could be, but you putting so much focus on the defensive side of the ball. Hey, y'all, history done told us with Terry Fontenot, you might be looking at a receiver in the first round. And what's gonna be your thinking of how you gonna feel about it if it happened, Will? How you gonna feel if they go receiver at 15? I know how I'm gonna feel. But
Be
what
pissed
if
off.
what if they trade up in the draft to get a receiver?
I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna be with everybody else. No, it's time to fire goddamn Terry. Fuck that. You don't know what you doing, motherfucker. Fuck that. If it been glaring needs at defense and you
Yeah.
go all your draft that you done straight offense, nigga. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have, I'm gonna have to goddamn reconsider my position.
Hey, if they trade, what if they trade up to get a receiver or to get anything offense? Because a
Yeah.
lot of people thinking it'll be offensive lineman that they trade up to get too.
But
Like
the
Michael
thing
just said.
the thing is, if you trade up to get an offensive line, that means you're trading up to get a starter. You're not trading up to get somebody to sit on the bench.
You ain't trading up to get somebody that ain't finna start.
Yeah. So ain't nobody worth no first round pick. Cause the only thing we need is a center. And ain't now center in the draft worth no first round pick. You can get you a center in second or third round. The draft is so deep with defense, you can get your defensive tackle in the second or third round. So ain't nobody really. If you're not gonna get Malachi Start, drop back in the draft. Ain't nobody worth coming up and get, bro. Our offense is stacked. Only thing you're doing now, if you go get another offensive weapon, is adding to the goddamn money we're gonna have to pay down the line. That's all you doing. You tying us up down the line. Cause Drake London still got to get paid. Michael Penix gonna have to get paid. Bijan Robinson gonna have to get paid. Then that wide receiver the other wide receiver that you're drafted gonna have to get paid down the line. You just tying us up with all these big money characters down the line. You feel what I'm saying? So it wouldn't make no sense to me for you to go out there and do no offense. Just fall back in the draft, and play best player available. That's what you do.
Um, Michael said not true. They traded up for Rook and bench till fans started calling for him and Doyless. No, but he ain't a first round. He ain't a first round pick.
Root came later, bro. He wasn't no top pick like that.
Yeah, yeah. We
It
talking
was
about trading
offense.
up in the
All of
first.
their offense up on the tier.
We talking about trading up in the first. That's what we talking about. You ain't trading up in the first for somebody that ain't gonna start.
Yeah.
Because Michael Penix
Everybody that
stayed up for
when
Michael Penix. We stayed where we was at for Michael Penix.
everybody when drafted in the first half started except Michael Penix. And that because we had a quarterback
And that
that was
wasn't
already in play.
right. Um, I don't know, man. The defensive side of the ball, especially in the defensive back group, be more specific, has been heavily um prioritized by this team in this offseason. And we still ain't got to the draft yet, y'all. So listen, I don't want, oh Lord, if the boy they do that.
But they better not do no bullshit like that. He definitely need to be fired at that one. Two back running back to back. Shit.
What if that happens and we go on to have another season without making the playoffs, and we better at least win a game in the playoffs, his ass gonna be fired, bro. Ain't gonna be no question. He gonna be out of here. Now
Yeah, and
that
I wouldn't even go against that then.
yeah, he'll be out of here, man. It'll be over with.
Yeah. Make a
So the test boy say, ain't it crazy? We are 2 weeks out and still don't know who the number one overall pick is. It ain't crazy. No, who
that's
made that a
me.
difficult thing was your boy Travis Hunter. He made that a difficult thing to gauge. How you do that, son? But yeah, it ain't crazy, but it was. I'm gonna tell you what is crazy. It's crazy that we still ain't determined whether or not the Tennessee Titans are gonna stay at number one. That's what's crazy. Because if Cam Ward is going to go number one, I don't think it's going to be the Tennessee. That to me is the crazy thing, is that we keep getting these mock drafts from the professionals that's determining that Cam Ward is going to be the first overall pick. But I don't think it's going to be to the Tennessee Titans, y'all. I think they want a veteran quarterback. I think that's what they want. I could be wrong, but we won't know till that time come. Southside says, so y'all saying a Bijan and Genty backfield wouldn't feed families. I'm telling you, we don't know if it makes the offense any different from what it is now. Which means you trade up and you still go offense in the first round. And did you really make your defense any better between the draft and the free agency?
He said it's crazy how they playing Shador to me. Now Shador playing it down self, all that goddamn arrogance. He ain't earned shit yet. He playing it down self. And y'all gotta think it'd be antic from other teams to try to get players to drop to them. So they put all kind of lies out there to try to get players to drop down to them. So this might be a play by the Raiders to get that boy to drop down to the Raiders.
Yeah, and
So
then it's kind of like
yeah.
Then it's kind of like a character issue too with Shador, because he wasn't a boaster. Like all the way up until now, he wasn't a boast. He was very humble. He was a humble dude, and now all of a sudden he's showing signs of arrogance. So it's like, are you trying to be somebody you not, because you're trying to make it seem like you're better than what people try to give you credit for, or or is this who you really are?
Right.
Because he was humble.
Y'all watched a lot of Colorado games. They gave up a lot of sacks, but that motherfucker was the cause of a lot of sacks too. He'll sit there and hold the shit out that ball. If y'all watched them, that ball hold the shit out the ball. Now they offensive line was trash as hell, but that nigga didn't make it no better either.
Yeah, and if you want to look at the upside of that, if he willing to hold the ball too long with an offensive line that's ass,
that's what I was just about to say though. He willing to take that hit. He ain't
means,
scared to take no
right,
hit. He can play. He's talented like a motherfucker, but he's also arrogant.
with
That's the part we got to get.
like ours, he'll hold the ball long enough, go through his progressions, and make the right throw. So if he go to an offense that got a good offensive line, then he might be all right.
He ain't looking for the right throw. He looking for the best throw. He looking for that deep for y'all. That's what he be holding the ball for. He looking for something deep. He like big yardage. He like big yardage, dog.
Well, that's when you get into, well, is best and right the same thing? That's when you get into that conversation, and we ain't gonna get into that conversation today.
That's a whole nother show.
It's a whole nother conversation. Is best the same as right? So, yeah, I mean, a Bijan and Genty backfield, it would feed families on offense. It'll feed their families, but do we make the whole team better by not? I don't. I don't know, man. I just all I know is this: the D offer resigning, I think is brought up more questions than answers, but it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good move for this football team, because a guy like D Alford that done had to get it out the mud, he knows he didn't have that good of a fairing in 2024. He gonna want to come back stronger and harder. We saw him pull up his bootstraps and get it done out the mud here in Atlanta. We saw him do it firsthand. So what you think, what kind of motivation and inspiration you think a guy like that gonna have coming back from that? I think he's gonna answer. I think he's gonna give us the answer tenfold. I think he's gonna give us the answer with the best of his ability. He will be on this. He will make this 53-man roster. He will make this 53, and he will be that slot nickel. He will be that nickel back on the defense. He will be that.
Who you talking about, Blakberry?
Alford.
Oh, you saying he gonna win the spot? That what you saying?
I'm saying he gonna win that spot. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
And I'm saying he's going to be damn good in that spot. He's going to be a standout defense. This might be his best season yet.
Ooh, you know, it's him and Clark Phillip. They're finna fight for that spot, right?
Well, we don't know that yet. Carl Phillip, it's looking like.
Well, they might have Clark Phillip in the outside spot. You're right. They might have.
That's what I'm saying. It's looking like Carl Phillip still might be bagging, behind Mike Hughes. But thing is, Carl Phillip still gonna get PT though. He's still gonna get PT.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. I don't understand a lot of these teams. If we're addressing, so you got 53-man roster. You know what I'm saying? And so you dressing for what, 48? 48, what they say? Yeah, they saying it's okay, you gotta count out the specialists and some shit. I don't know, but like if you gonna dress on game day, there should be a way you get some playing time. We don't got rotations like that, dog. If I'm trusting you to be on this 53-man roster, then I trust you can come in and play and spell, you know what I'm saying, and spell somebody, because niggas get tired. Defensive line ain't the only one to get tired. Everybody get tired out there. Rotate players.
What we dress 48, we dress 48, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we dress 48.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you on that one.
I'm not understanding why don't nobody do that. That's wrong. It's crazy to me.
But you know, when you see him do it more, you see him do it more in the latter of the season.
Yeah, it's stupid. It should be a part. If we're practicing all week long with these guys, they know the playbook. You're only as good as the last man on your roster. That's what they always say, right? You're only as good as the last man on your roster. So it shouldn't be a big drop off if I have you come and give my starter a breath. You hear what I'm saying? We always see folks rotate defensive line, but you never see one offensive lineman come off the field rotation. They always on the field, and we wonder why I play stall, because they ass sitting there tired of foot. They holding the hell out of people, and they're pushing us back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding that. But what I see Kirby Smart do it a lot. He rotate them guys out, and that's why his players always be successful when they reach the league, because they get that playing time. But we don't see a lot of NFL teams do that, and I'm understanding why, because everybody wants to follow the next man. Everybody want to be a follower. Don't nobody want to be a leader. You know what I'm saying? You want to follow what everybody else doing. You too scared to step out there and do what. I'm not understanding.
Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like, man. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to gauge, man, because I'm thinking about AJ Terrell, Jesse Bates, Mike Hughes. I'm thinking about Clark Phillips. I'm thinking about D. Alford. I'm thinking about Fuller. I'm thinking about what we got at our disposal already with Helams, with D'Amico Helams. with Hitman, I'm thinking about this defensive back group, and I'm thinking to myself, man, this is a solid group. This group is so solid that you got ball hawking ability, you got number one corner ability, top 10 in the league ability in AJ Terrell. You got top 10 number 2 in the league in Mike Hughes. And then you got the ball hawking ability of Jesse Bates or Clark Phillips or D'Amico Halams, who can not necessarily ball hawking ability, but the ability to come up and knock the smack at you. You got everything you need in this defensive back group already. How do you not go interior defensive lineman in this draft? How do you not go Mike Green? How do you not go Derek Harmon? How do you not go Kendall Grant? How do you not go Walter Nolan? How do you not go those guys if they're there?
You can go interior defensive lineman. You ain't got to go in the first round for it though.
But I'm talking about for the impact. I know it's other interior defensive linemen that's going to be solid, but I'm talking about that impact.
Who is the first round defensive lineman though, Blakberry?
You say who is?
Interior defensive lineman. Who's the first rounder?
Derek Harmon, Kendall Grant, Walter Nolan.
Shit. I ain't going no first round, and they all ain't nobody really standing out. They all in the same cluster.
All three of them
nobody really stand out.
Before round 2. All three of them dudes gonna be going before round 2. All three of them.
Texas got two interior defensive linemen right there that you can get, and the last draft we drafted goddamn 3 of them. Now we want to go get another one in the first round,
but we didn't get them in the first round though. we didn't get these guys. Listen, man. I love the potential Rukaroro got. I love the potential that Doyle's got, and I agree with everybody that with most people say about the potential that they have at being really good. I still don't think they are those guys I just named. They're not. They are not Derek Harmon. That's for certain. Mike Green, I don't know if he just nostalgia right now, but I mean, he an edge guy, but we know he's versatile. But I just don't know. I know for a fact from what I done seen out of Derek Harmon and Walter Nolan and Kendall Grant, nobody on our defensive line group that we've gotten in the draft for the past few years got shit on them. Nothing. Derek Harmon will slap a grown 300-pound man out of his way with a slap. That's some damn Reggie White type shit. You don't see that often, bro. That's otherworldly strength on the interior. You ain't seen that since Vince Wolford. So when I'm talking about really elevating this defensive back group, what's going to do that is when you can collapse the pocket onto the opposing quarterback and force them to make bad throws. It's going to amplify the ability of this defensive back group. But with that being said, I'm gonna let you respond to that, Big Will. Then we're gonna close this thing on out.
Respond to what, a defensive tackle in the first?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, dog. I don't know. I think it's hard to tell what Terry finna do, bro. How deep this defense is, man, on the defensive line. Me, myself, personally, I wouldn't go get 9 with that 15 pick. I will fall back. If we're not going to go get Malachi Starr, I will fall back. Because we looking for an impact player. So he's saying this defensive tackle that you're going to draft is going to
You
be able
can
to play
trade, yeah.
three downs.
Yes, sir. You can actually trade back to like 20 and still get a Derek Harmon or a Kendall Grant. Walter Nolan will probably be gone by the end, but
Okay, I'm with that. If we draw back, we fall back. I'm with it.
yeah, you can actually do that in the first round. You can fall back to like trade with Denver for their 20 or something like that. You can definitely do that and get you a few extra picks out of it too. You sure can.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
done
with that.
I've
I go. I can go for that. But not staying
I've
at
done it though.
15 with the small amount of draft picks we got. I'm not willing to take a big risk like that.
Matter of fact, this was let me shut it before we close this out. Let me shut it before we go close this thing out. All right. So this what I did last night after Miss Pam did hers with Coach Unchained on Lady Birds of AFN. I went and did my own. And this what I did. Now, pay no mind to the other shit I did because I already know what people gonna say about the other shit, about this. Don't pay that no mind. Pay the other trade some attention. Pay the Buffalo trade some attention. Not Buffalo, I'm sorry. The Denver trade. I traded with Denver, gave them my 15. We got they 20, they 85, they 129th, and they 191st. We got 3 extra picks out of that. And out of them 3 extra picks, look what I was able to get. Mike Green at 20, Derek Harmon at 30. Well, actually, the Derek Harmon pick, that was from the Buffalo trade, but I digress. But we still was able to get Mike Green at 20. And with those other picks that I got from Denver, we got Bossa, Jared Wilson at 85, solidifying the center position. Kyle Williams at receiver to add depth to the receiving group. So you can trade back and still do what a lot of fans want to do. You can still get the interior, defensive players that you want along with the edge guys, because Jack Sawyer's on here. Got Jack Sawyer. With the linebackers like Jeffrey Bossa. Jeffrey Bossa's a solid guy out of Oregon. I mean, this is and I'm not a David Walker guy, but I get him right there. I get him at that spot. So I'm more of the other Walker, the dude out of Kentucky. I like him, Deion Walker. But yeah, man, that it's possible to do everything that we want to do. Everybody has real good takes about it. I just hope that our management. I just hope they do a good job at doing what's supposed to be done. But with that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and close this thing on out, man. Big Will, tell them what's going on with you this week, next week.
What'd you say, bro?
Go ahead and close them out. Give me final words.
Hey, man, y'all already know what time it is. Find me at Will Georgia Reaper on everything, man. Catch me on everything Atlanta sports on Wednesday night, man. I ain't been on last couple weeks. I ain't been want to keep talking about the same shit everybody else talking about. So we get some news so y'all see your boy back on. That's why y'all see me coming on everybody else's show. But it's the off season, so it is what it is. But you gonna catch me on everybody else's show if I ain't got nothing else to do. But if some news pop up, I'm gonna pop up with it.
That was up. I thought you had for a minute. Then your
you say what?
Nah, Denzel just walked in. He got an earbud wrapped around the neck, looked like a neck tattoo. Thought he had a neck tattoo for a minute. Oh, Dizelle say what's up, y'all. But
What's happening? What's happening?
so what's the name of a thug? Oh, yeah, you say you ain't a thug and you ain't got no neck tattoo. So Cody Rose a thug. For the mean streets of Dallas, Georgia. Y'all might know Dallas is right there by Marietta. All right. Hey, man. With that being said, man, we appreciate everybody coming through, man. It's time to go do some things, man. Listen, man, y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night for the Rex Pit. Make sure you tune in next week. Back here, same time, same place next Wednesday for another episode of Let's Be Clear.
It been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks outside. It ain't been no damn months. Say some months.
What is that?
I know y'all missed my show. It just been 2 weeks. I ain't been on, bro.
She said that she was on Paw Patrol. She's looking for payback.
Right. Tell her who goes.
Text right now.
Yeah, it was like, well, he's Big Will, man. He do his thing, though, man.
That motherfucker said months. He said months on there. I'm like, I ain't going no months, motherfucker.
You stretched the truth a little bit on now. But y'all make sure y'all just tune in, man. Make sure you hit that share button for your boy too. Do your boy a big favor, hit that share button, man. Share this out on your Instagram, your Facebook, your X, all that good stuff, man. Catch us on the flip side, home team.
Hey. Say.
Let's be clear. Shoo! I had to hard time when you drive, will make you need it all. Don't get out the life, the shed ain't on your wood. For toast, accept your forms, like that eat on my void. Better more terror, big clear till you bad for. You been eating off them thoughts, I've been living off what you saw. When the court favors, you pack now and laters. That's exceptionally flawed, let's be clear. Let's be clear. If you make it taste funny, you laugh into the bay. If you corny at the mouth, put some use to that's now home team.